All right, I can't wait to read your stories around the time that you've ever witnessed someone being bullied, but we're going to jump right into our mini lesson. So I know this course talks a little bit about, or it's centered around 9/11, but I do think it's important for us to explore what terrorism is and how it impacts the way that people operate. And so we're going to backtrack a little bit and we're going to look at terrorism in Europe. After all, this is a global history course, and I want you guys to learn a little bit of other acts of terrorism. And at this time, it's going to be acts of terrorism that comes from individual citizens, people like you and me. And so our mini lesson surrounds something that happened in Ireland around 1916, and we're going to refer to it as the Troubles of Northern Ireland. So think about it this way. If you know where Ireland is, Ireland used to be a colony of the United Kingdom, right? So modern day England. And during that time, there were many issues. Think about taxation without representation. Think about what happens when you have a monarchy who rules you, but doesn't really give you the same respect and the same kinds of values and laws that they give their own citizens. So that's what happened in Ireland. And as a result, we have a terrorist organization that we're going to call the IRA. And the IRA evolves during a time when Irish tried to seek independence from the United Kingdom. Okay? And so the first incidents of terrorism that happens, it happens in Dublin, Ireland in around 1916. And during this time, Ireland essentially tells the United Kingdom, I don't want to be under your power anymore. I don't want to be under your control. We want to be our own government and we want to have our own way of doing things. The United Kingdom wasn't happy about that, right? They did not want Ireland to secede. One, because they wanted to maintain their empire, right? Think about the United Kingdom. They have Australia. They have India. They have countries in Africa. They did not want to lose the power of their Northern Ireland brothers and sisters. So therefore, war ensued between these two groups of people. And the war lasted for a very long time. The dates aren't really too important, but you should know that we have a militia that's formed in Ireland, and the militia, in order to get rid of occupation of the United Kingdom, begins bombing and killing innocent people along the way. And so when we talk about what terrorists do, they enact fear in order to get people on their side. This is a clear example of people using fear in order to get people to sway to their own opinion. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there so you guys have an idea of what's happening in Ireland. So as a result of all this war and death and violence, there are people that decide that they want to begin protesting. And so in particular, we have a lot of music that emerges during the 1990s, because it did begin in 1916, but it's important to know that the conflict between the United Kingdom and Ireland lasts all the way, it's about 1994. And during that time, a lot of artists and groups came out with songs that were like protest music against the violence that was happening. And there's a group that comes out, their name is called the Zombies. I'm sorry, not the Zombies, the Cranberries. And they have a song that's called Zombie. And so we're going to listen to the song Zombie. You guys are going to read the lyrics while listening to the song by itself. And then the second time you listen to the song, there's some critical thinking questions that I want you guys to answer. There's about, just looking at some of the stuff that I have here for you. There's about 6 critical thinking questions that you guys are going to answer. You're going to submit it on the worksheet. I'm really interested in what you guys think about the song. It really is probably one of my favorite tunes from the 90s. The Cranberries, the Zombie, check it out.